Revelation has long been discussing some of its most mysterious symbols, primarily focusing on three key elements: the beasts, the seals, trumpets, and bowls, and the mark of the beast. The beasts. The Book of Revelation unveils events before and after Jesus' return. It introduces two individuals who form an alliance symbolically called the beasts. The first beast represents the Antichrist, while the second, the false prophet. The first beast, often described as a powerful creature with 7 heads and 10 horns, gains authority and worship. The second beast, seemingly more innocuous, promotes the worship of the first beast. The seals, trumpets, and bowls. These are essential elements of God's end-of-the-world judgments. The 7 seals lead to the 4 horsemen, symbolizing various forms of destruction. The 7 trumpets and 7 bowls herald further judgments and catastrophic events. The mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is a symbol associated with the end times. It is linked to the Antichrist and represents those who worship him. This mark, often referenced as 666, is required for participating in the economic system. The specific timing for the appearance of this mark is during the tribulation period. The woman, child, and dragon. Revelation chapter 12 uses imagery to convey a message about the course of history. The woman, clothed with the sun and a crown of 12 stars, represents Old Testament Israel, later paralleled with the New Testament Church. The male child she gives birth to is Jesus Christ. The great fiery red dragon symbolizes Satan, who seeks to destroy the child. However, Jesus is caught up to God's throne, and the woman flees into the wilderness. It's crucial to understand these symbols in their biblical context, keeping in mind that Revelation is a book rich in allegory and prophecy, meant to convey spiritual truths about the past, present, and future. Timing and future events. The events described in Revelation are presented in a specific order and hold a prophetic context. The timing and sequence of these events remain a subject of theological debate. However, one key point is that the mark of the beast is associated with the future and is not present in today's world. Symbolic numbers. Symbolism plays a crucial role in Revelation. Numbers like 7, 12, and 666 hold significant meaning. 7 symbolizes completeness and perfection. 12 is associated with God's chosen people. 666, the number of the beast, represents imperfection and the inability of humanity to attain divine perfection. Interpretations and candidates. Throughout history, many candidates have been suggested as potential antichrists based on the number 666, including historical figures like Napoleon, Mussolini, and Stalin. However, Revelation's symbolism should be understood in its context and not used to identify specific individuals prematurely. Technology and the mark of the beast. The idea of a high-tech mark, like an electronic chip, has been a topic of speculation in connection with the mark of the beast. While technological advancements are continually changing the way society operates, the Bible emphasizes that this mark will be implemented at a specific time in the future, during the tribulation period. The final judgments. Revelation presents a series of final judgments, including the bowls of wrath. These are poured out as part of God's divine judgment on a world that has turned away from Him. The severity of these judgments underscores the consequences of rejecting the Creator. The spiritual message. Ultimately, Revelation's message is not merely about future events or identifying specific individuals or technologies. It serves to emphasize the consequences of humanity's choices and the ultimate triumph of good over evil through the return of Christ and the establishment of God's eternal kingdom. Understanding the Book of Revelation requires careful interpretation and acknowledgement of its allegorical and symbolic nature. It encourages readers to reflect on their faith, choices, and the consequences of their actions while looking forward to the promise of redemption and the ultimate victory of righteousness. Endurance and faith. Throughout the Book of Revelation, there's a recurring theme of endurance and faith among believers. In the face of adversity, persecution, and the trials of the end times, the message is to remain steadfast in one's faith and trust in God's ultimate plan. This theme offers encouragement and hope to those who read and study the book. The ultimate victory. Despite the dark and apocalyptic imagery found in Revelation, the book also conveys a message of ultimate victory and restoration. It assures believers that, in the end, God's justice will prevail, and His kingdom will be established. The final chapters of Revelation describe the New Jerusalem, a place where there is no more suffering, pain, or death. Guidance for believers. While Revelation may contain cryptic symbols and prophetic elements, it serves as a source of guidance for believers. It emphasizes the importance of remaining true to one's faith, even in the face of adversity. By understanding the broader message of Revelation, believers can find comfort and reassurance in their spiritual journey. Interpretive diversity. It's important to acknowledge that interpretations of Revelation can vary widely among different religious denominations and scholars. Some view it as primarily a future prophecy, while others interpret it as a symbolic portrayal of spiritual battles and the ongoing struggle between good and evil. This diversity of interpretation has enriched the discussions around the book for centuries. The mystery of God's plan. In the end, Revelation is a reminder of the mystery of God's plan for humanity. While the specifics of future events may remain unknown, the overarching message is clear. God's ultimate purpose is the redemption and restoration of His creation, and believers are called to trust in Him and remain faithful. In summary, the Book of Revelation is a complex and profound piece of biblical literature that uses rich symbolism and prophecy to convey spiritual truths, guide believers, and inspire hope. It encourages faith, perseverance, and trust in God's plan, while emphasizing the ultimate victory of good over evil and the promise of eternal life in His presence. Understanding Revelation requires careful study and interpretation, and it continues to be a source of contemplation and discussion among theologians and believers.